Who polices the police? It's a question at the front of more Canadians' minds lately as calls to defund agencies gain steam. Experts say oversight of officers is a particular problem within First Nations communities across the country. Joining me with more is Shabat Obajawan, PhD candidate in criminology at the University of Toronto, Eric Lemming. Eric, great to talk to you this morning. Thank you for being here. Some provinces have independent civilian-led agencies responsible for investigating incidents between the police and the public. The provinces and territories that don't are Nunavut, Yukon, Northwest Territories, Saskatchewan, PEI, and New Brunswick. Talk to me about what some of the concerns are here.
Well, there's always concerns when you don't have an independent agency that's doing an investigation of serious police misconduct. In all of these jurisdictions, they usually have a complaint agency that will investigate complaints against police from its community members. But the problem with the ones that you mentioned is they don't have an oversight agency that will investigate independently police misconduct that results in serious injury or death against the citizens. So, I mean, it's a problem. It hurts the trust and relationship and confidence of the system.
And you say that even for provinces that do have civilian-led agencies, they shouldn't be patting themselves on the back. There are still problems that exist within them. Give me some specifics.
Yeah, so there's problems. No agency is perfect. So if you look at the complaints commissions across Canada in each province and territory, most of the time it's the police service that's going to be investigating it. So I'll give you an example. In Alberta, if you're a First Nations individual or an Indigenous individual, you have a complaint against any police service, you have to essentially put the complaint into the police service themselves, and they'll do the investigation. And if it comes back and you're not happy with it, then you have some recourse where you can appeal it to the law review agency in Alberta. But at the end of the day, it's still, I mean, it's tough to even get to that point because it's the police who will most of the time dismiss the complaint, as we have seen through statistics across Canada.
I always like asking this question to guests when we identify a big problem. If you had the ear of the decision makers who would listen to you, what would you like to see happen in issues of oversight of police? How would you fix this problem?
Well, we need consistency across Canada. The six jurisdictions that you mentioned, they need to have their own oversight agency that can investigate independently, serious police misconduct. And then you have to go further than that. They need to have the authority to lay criminal charges. Some of the agencies that exist now do not. So the Quebec and BC oversight watchdogs don't have the power to do that. They have to refer to the Crown. And in some of those cases, the Crown dismisses the charges that were referred to them. So you have those problems. Then you have transparency issues. There's a lot of jurisdictions that do not release reports, even of the complaints commissions. They won't release reports into the complaints that are lodged against police there. And then, what types of mandates do these oversight agencies have? So if you're only giving them a limited mandate into investigating serious cases, that's limited of all use of force cases that don't result in serious injury or a death. So, I mean, there's a lot of issues that need to be discussed, and we're only at the kind of the starting point of that reform right now.
Eric, we only have a few seconds left, but the issue for a lot of Indigenous people is fear or discomfort in coming forward to tell their story of police misconduct. How can we change that dynamic? How can we make Indigenous people in Canada more comfortable with coming forward?
Yeah, it's a great question, and I don't have a great answer. The people that I've talked to from different First Nations communities, they are fearful, and they feel that when they have come forward, their complaints or their views are illegitimate or seen invalid. So it pushes them farther away. So we need to have an open conversation. We need to have meaningful engagement with those people, and especially the stakeholders in those communities, to make them feel more comfortable. But it starts from the top down. You need the government, you need the police services to be open to the reform and have these people to have a platform and give them a voice.
Eric Lemming, thank you so much for being here this morning. We appreciate your time.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Thanks for watching. If you like this, be sure to subscribe here.
And you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.